Welcome back, Food for Thought Friday. Another lovely day. For the last couple days we've had this, I don't even know, the Saharan dust cloud come over, and we were covered in gray cloud and sky. It was crazy, but today we're back to blue skies and lovely in the Dominican Republic. We're excited to be back with Food for Thought Friday. We're hoping you're becoming a tree planted by the good water that's trusting in the Lord. And over the last few weeks, we've been talking about God is with us, that He's the God who is love, He's provider, He's our keeper, comforter. He's holy, He's gracious, He's merciful, patient, righteous, and faithful. This week, we're going to talk about God as our protector, our rock. So we're looking at Psalm 18:2 out of the ESV. It says this: "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, on whom I take refuge, my shield and my horn of salvation, my stronghold." See, all these words are talking about God as our protector. He's the one who protects over us. He guards us. He's our strength. You know, we look at it, the rock, which indicates the place of shelter, the place of safety, a secure standing place. The fortress, a place of strength and security. The deliverer, the one who makes a way for us to escape. The shield, the one who defends us, both our hearts and our heads, right? It's that little shield up in front. The horn of our salvation, meaning the strength and the defense for us. And the stronghold, He's the high tower who gives us the view that we can see all things and see what our enemy's doing against us. And so that's what we're talking about today, that God is our protector, whether we realize it or not. I remember back in, I think it was like 2014, 2015, me and a buddy, Jonas Santiago, went to Haiti on a little trip. We were going to go over, a DTS was coming in, and one of his friends was going to be leading part of this DTS. And we decided we'd go over and join them. He invited me to go with him. And so we went to Haiti for a week. And I remember we got there, you know, we cross over the border. We're getting all of this place. We take a bus ride up to St. Mark. And then from there get acquainted with some other guys. And then from there take a truck up through further north into these rice fields. And as we're going, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going off the path now. And we start going out through these rice fields and these dirt roads and back by this river, and we end up in this little tiny community. And you know, we pull up and there's this little church and a school, and that's where this team was. And we met this DTS team, and we're in the middle of nowhere, rice fields of, I think the town was called Grand Rock, Haiti. And so we're there, we're getting all set up, getting into our thing, and then the leader of the team comes and he's like, okay, I'll tell you what kind of the ministry is going to be. And so he told us over the next day we were going to be preparing for doing a multi-wedding. So there was going to be like 12 couples getting married. So this was an issue for the church there because a lot of couples weren't getting married and they were just living not married because of finances and other things. And so this DTS was planning to run this huge wedding for them. They brought dresses and suits and all of this. And so that's what we were going to do, and then have a big party afterward and feed everybody. So we're getting prepared and we're doing all this, and for 2 nights straight, there was a voodoo temple like 2 blocks, or not even 2 blocks, 2 houses down from us. Drums and music all night long. It was a mourning ceremony is what we understood, that somebody had died. And for 2 days, nothing but drums and loud music and things going on, and not much sleep. And it comes to the next day when we have the wedding day, and we're getting all prepared, and all the brides are coming in, and the men, and they're all dressed in dresses, and it's awesome, and we're doing this. And so we have this great wedding, craziest thing I'd ever seen, just 12 couples getting married at the same time. But it was a great day, great event. And then afterwards we start serving the food, and so me and Jonas went to our stations and got ready to help serve the food. And I remember as we're waiting, and then people start coming in, and all of a sudden intensity rose. Like the people were you could tell all of a sudden just desperate to get food. They wouldn't stay in line. They were really trying to press. Luckily there was kind of a fence between us and them, so they couldn't press the table too hard with us and the other DTS students. But they were yelling, and it was just, you could just, feel the intensity in the room. And it was probably the most intense situation I've ever felt, and just the intensity of it all. And so we're sitting there and we're like, oh my goodness, and we finally get through the food, we get through the day, take a deep breath. I'm like, whew, that was crazy. Debrief a little bit because it had caused some definite tension in moments. And wow, that was just crazy intense time. And fast forward now, it's now 2018. I'm sitting with the leader of that trip, And we're talking about that situation and just reminiscing about how crazy that situation was. And he kind of looks at me, he's like, yeah, you probably need to know the rest of the story. I'm like, I need to know the rest? What do you mean I need to know the rest of the story? He's like, yeah, well, you guys were inside serving all this food and it was getting intense and the people were pressing and, you know, even at the windows and other things, they were trying to come from all sides to get food. He said, outside, I came upon these 5 guys who had machetes in their hands and were about ready to attack the whole thing and take the food themselves. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. You said there are 5 guys with machetes standing outside ready to attack and take the food by violence. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know. The Spirit just led me. I drugged them to another place, got them a plate of food, talked to them, and they finally calmed down. But he was like, they were ready to come and take it. I was like, okay, there's the rest of the story that I didn't know from 2014, 2015. But the cool part was that I learned God was our protector. He was our guard. He was our guide. He had led the leader who spoke Creole and was a Haitian himself to be able to speak with them and calm the situation down. But it was like there was an imminent attack on our lives that could have turned very violent and bloody, but the Lord protected us and He spared us that day. And that's what He is. Whether we know He's working or we don't know He's working, He's the protector. So I would just want you to chew on that this week, that maybe there's situations where you don't know God has protected you, but I want to say to you today, God is your protector. So chew on that and thank Him for that this week. And we thank you so much for joining us for Food for Thought Fridays. And pray you just keep coming back and be encouraged by the words of who God is. And so we bless you guys. Have a great day. Amen.